Now let's do the face, okay? And with the face, it's not just about getting the shape, correct, but it's also about making it technically correct. And I'm gonna look at this. So I feel like we want a loop around the mouth. We also want loops around the eyes, okay? And kind of a loop around both eyes, a loop around kind of over the nose. Now, what I'm saying is that it's going to be kind of a technical process and at the same time an artistic process. So it's kind of challenging. So what I'm about to show, if you're following along, I want you to follow step by step exactly how I'm doing it, no matter if it seems unintuitive, okay? Because at the end, we're gonna kind of have this magical solution that's gonna come out with the proper edge flow. So to do that, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna select right here, and I think I'll circleize to get this started, and I wanna make sure that that is okay. So if I look here, I didn't disrupt the center line. Actually, that looks pretty good. And here, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of rotate this just slightly and scale slightly. And again, that's obviously the neckline right there. Okay, the neck. And now I'm gonna go ahead and extrude that neck up. So if I hit extrude, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that straight up like this. And I'm gonna go and scale uniformly like that. Whoa, hold on. Just scale a little bit. And then instead of scaling from the center one, I'm gonna scale from the red one like that. And I'm also going to right click, go to vertex, grab these. I'm gonna go ahead and move that in a little bit. There we go. And now I can see that this is looking pretty good. Maybe I'll grab these and move that forward a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, excellent. Now, maybe I'll grab this and pull this up like this and kind of match this more to kind of where it connects to the roundness of the head. Okay, cool. There I feel like I've got kind of a better neck shape. For as weird as that sounds, I feel like that's a good neck. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my select arrow, right click, select these, again, 4 faces, and I'm gonna extrude up, but I'm gonna extrude all the way up to the top of the head. So I'm just gonna extrude a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go to my regular move and move it up like this. Here's kind of a cool trick. To get it straight, I'm gonna go to my scale. I'm gonna grab this one, I'm gonna scale down, and you can see how that made it straight. And now I can go to my move and move it up like this, right to the top of the head. Now that might feel very weird, like, well, Dave, what the heck are you doing here? But I feel like I got kind of an area established. Now what I can do is I can select all of these faces. So I can drag select like this, as long as I had nothing behind it. I can see that only those faces are selected. I'm going to extrude one more time. So if I hit extrude, I'm going to pull out with a blue arrow like this. And now you can start to see that I have kind of a head started. Now if I right click, go to vertex, I'm in my move, I can kind of, well, actually maybe I'll go right click and go to edge, double click on this edge, and then I can kind of push that down a little bit like that and scale if I need to. And you can start to see how that's kind of rounding the top, if you will. And now if I double click on this edge, I can kind of maybe move that up just a little bit like that. And maybe scale it in. So I go to scale and I can kind of move that in just a little bit like that. Right click, go to vertex, maybe grab this vertex here and push that in like that. Grab this back one, kind of pull that up and pull it forward. Okay. And you can start to see that, yeah, it's looking weird from the front and it's, not looking exact from the side, but I feel like we can start to see what's happening here. Again, I'm kind of kind of ignoring the nose and the lips right now. I'm not worried about, like, again, perfect alignment. I'm just worried about kind of getting in the general idea, okay, of where it needs to go. And I can start to see that I have something going on here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put an edge loop in. Kind of between the eyes and what will be the nose. So if I click here, that's going to be the easiest way to do it. And I'll kind of go right there. And now from the side, I'm going to right click, go to vertex, and kind of move that up a little bit. Actually, that looks good enough right there. Now I'll establish where the mouth will be. So I'm going to right click and go to face. It's going to select it like that. And if I extrude, I'll extrude in on itself like this. So I can click on that scale, or I could do offset. And once I get that established just a little bit, I'm going to right click and go to vertex, and then I'm going to select this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move this into place. And this is going to be around the mouth. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of where the mouth is going to be coming from. Whoa. So I can even pull that out like that. Again, I know that looks a little weird. Maybe kind of pull that out a little bit. I don't want to kind of worry about pulling out the nose yet. And now I can kind of grab this. Same with the vertical ones. Let's not forget about those. There we go. Now I'm starting to get a little area for the mouth. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Well, I kind of lied. It doesn't look really great right now, but I feel like it's what we need to be doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of establish the nose. So for the nose, I need to, I'm going to insert another edge loop. So I'm going to click on an edge loop up here. Whoa, hold on. Click on an edge loop up here, and now if I right click, go to face, I can select all of these faces here, and then I can extrude. And again, I can click on this little teal box here, and then I can kind of go like that. And now I'm going to kind of make this, well, I've got kind of this area that is eventually going to be the nose. So I'm going to kind of scale this a little bit narrower like that. And I can also kind of scale like that, make that nice and flat. Bring this, scale it down like that. And now and what I want to do is I want to kind of create kind of a base, if you will, for where the nose is going to kind of exist from. Again, it's kind of a small nose, but that's okay. I can right click, go to vertex, grab over these vertices here, and then I can kind of move that again to the base of the nose. See that, again, this is where the nose is going to kind of come out from. And now I can also see up here that I have an area, again, for where the eyes are going to be. Okay, so just go ahead and make a few more adjustments here. There we go. And now, before I make the eyes, I'm going to select, go to my select. I'm going to select all of this up here, and I'm going to extrude again one more time like that. And now this face is actually where the eyes are going to be, where the eyes are going to live, if you will. So now I'm going to right click, go to vertex, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of, again, push these around a little bit. And this is the eye, so I'm going to kind of force that to be where the eye is. Maybe this, okay, that's that center line, so that's good. That's the center line as well. And I can kind of see this purple line, so I feel like I might kind of follow that. Maybe even have this kind of following the purple line. There we go. Okay, excellent. Again, is it looking weird here? Yes, it is, but that's the kind of the nature of organic modeling in Maya. All right. A little confusing to keep track of it all, but I feel like we're doing a good job here. So maybe I'll kind of pull these out a little bit farther. There we go. And I can start to see it kind of shaping up here a little bit. Maybe I'll bring this up. There we go. And now for the nose, I think what I'm going to do is go to my selection, right click, select these four, and I'm going to extrude out. And then once I extrude out, right click, go to vertex, go to my move, and then just kind of push these back. Again, not too worried about the perfect shape right now. Just trying to untangle things. And then here I'm going to kind of just push these edges in a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, excellent. And then maybe even those edges back this way as well. And that'll help kind of round the nose a little bit. Actually, it looks like maybe all of that comes out. There we go. Now I'll select where the eyes will be, and I'm going to do extrude, and I'm going to bring that in. That's going to create kind of a nice circle around the eyes there. And then here's the mouth. I'll select that, and I'm going to do the same thing, extrude. Aha, there we go. Now I've got a nice loop around the mouth, nice loop around the eyes. Not worried about the ears yet, but again, I think that we've got a really nice setup. And I feel like in the next lesson, I'll kind of continue this process.